Hi, this is Nori with My Service Depot. Please note that the content you're about to view is meant as a generalization of the Smart Service job process as a whole. It's not directed at any specific industry or your company's personalized process. However, by learning the basics of Smart Service, we hope to give you a head start on using our software. If you would like to see a demonstration of a specific function or process in Smart Service, you should consider visiting us at smartservice.com/webinar and joining the next live event or watching one of our previous recordings. You can also join our weekly QA webinars to speak with your trainers directly. You can sign up for these weekly QA webinars at smartservice.com/knowledgebase. This series will be divided into 5 segments to ensure the best learning experience. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please give us a call at 888-518-0818. If you're interested in purchasing additional live training, please let us know. All of the names, addresses, and contact information displayed in this video are purely fictitious and for demonstration purposes only. Any references to any real entity is purely coincidental. This time, let's take a customer request and enter that work order or estimate into Smart Service back in the office. There are a few ways for you to do this, and which way you choose to enter your jobs and estimates is up to you. If you don't know what the customer wants yet, I recommend starting in the search screen, opening the customer, checking out their contact information, and creating a work order from there. Doing it this way is the best when you want to gather information about the customer's needs, then schedule the service based on those needs. Some of you might prefer scheduling from the scheduler itself. Usually, a company prefers this if they've already taken the call and they have a good idea what the customer wants. Scheduling it this way will allow you to schedule the work order or estimate to a date, time, and technician, and then enter details about the customer's request. Either way, we're going to be creating a work order or estimate, collecting customers' information, and scheduling a service. The order in which you do that is up to you. We'll start off with a work order created on the scheduler, and then we'll try an estimate from search so you can see all the options available to you. As a reminder, your company may have different preferences on these steps, and we recommend you track down either copies of your original training classes with us on your side, or visiting some of the job process tutorials over at smartservice.com/webinar. For the scope of this video, we'll create some generic calls to give you a foundation to build your own process. So when I want to create a work order from the scheduler, I'll figure out what day the work should be scheduled for, and depending on my availability, I'll click and drag to select a date, time, and technician on that date. If I right-click my selection, I'll be given the option to choose what I'd like to create. Since we want to create a new work order, I'll choose this New Job option here. Now I can pick out the customer or location I need to visit. Notice that you can also create a new location or a new customer from this window. We'll work for that John Doe customer we created in the last video. After a quick search for John's name, phone number, or address, I can double-click on this customer and get a work order started for them. The system will provide you with a work order name, which includes the work order number. This preference is set by your office, and unless otherwise instructed, let's leave that name alone and click OK to continue. All of the default information that I've added to this customer or location record has defaulted into this job upon creation. This information can be changed for this one particular job if needed, though. Remember that updating information on this one work order will only put that information on this work order. If you would like to update the customer record as well, you can use the Copy Data button to copy information from this record to another record for that same customer. For this job, I'll leave the information as it is. Remember, if any of the fields in your screen are yellow, your company has required that you fill out that information. If you're unsure of what to enter, consult your management staff or training coordinator. Most of you will also choose a job type from the job type list here. In short, job types can be important in later identifying what line of service the customer has requested. Try to pick something from your list that best represents this install, service call, PM, or whatever type of appointment you're entering. Since this is our demonstration database, our list of job types is pretty big. For you, this should be a list of categories of service your company provides, and you should pick from the existing list unless your company is opening a new line of service. The next section to visit is the Instructions and Additional Contacts tab. You don't have to do anything here to get this job out to the technician, but if you have any notes you'd like to pass along, this is where those notes should go. You can either write in a public note up at the top, which is shown to your technician and the customers if they receive a copy of the work order, or you can enter into the private notes section below. If you're going to enter notes, make sure to use this timestamp function so we know who wrote the notes and when. Next up is job items. Eventually, the products and services you sell to the customer will end up here. If you know we need something like a trip charge or service call fee, you can go ahead and add that now. Otherwise, we can worry about this section once the work is done. When you want to add line items to this work order, you can either click this drop-down menu to see your items list, or you can click this binocular tool here to do a search by keyword. If you're coming to us from QuickBooks, or if you have a large item list, you'll probably prefer the keyword option. For now, let's go ahead and search for our mobile fee item that our company charges when responding to a service call. Remember, this is my QuickBooks list and yours would be different. As a dispatcher, the fourth tab you'll need to use is the Scheduling tab. To quickly schedule a job, click on the scheduling wand icon right here. This wand will open up a mini version of the scheduler, allowing you to see what times are available for what field employee. The mini scheduler works exactly the same as the main scheduler, so pick an employee, a date, and a time to schedule this job, and when you're ready, click Save at the top right. With the job scheduled, you're likely ready to send this job to the field. I wanted to mention one more section of the job called Correspondence. If there's a photo or a document you'd like to upload so that the field can see it, you can do that here. If your iFleet users have Dropbox integration set up, they'll be able to view photos and documents that you upload when they're out in the field. If there are no further changes to be made on this job before dispatching it to the field, choose the Save and Close button at the top right-hand corner. Okay, so we know how to create and dispatch work orders. Let's take a look at estimates this time. Again, you can create these from the calendar too, but since I already did the work order that way, I'll show you how to create one from the customer this time. Let's go ahead and head over to the search screen and find that customer we created last time. I'll again search for the customer and click on them to open their record. This time, we'll be visiting the Locations and Jobs tab. I can create an estimate for the customer directly, but since this customer has multiple locations, I'll open up one of their locations and create an estimate for that instead. You'll notice that the estimates in Smart Service are filled out just like jobs. Here I can decide on the name of the estimate and click OK. Then, once the estimate opens up, we can enter in a job type. The Instructions and Additional Context tab, Job Items tab, and Scheduling tab are all the same as what we saw in the work order, with the exception of estimates not being able to be scheduled for multiple days like a work order would. There are many types of companies that use Smart Service and several process options for each type of service. While we covered a basic one-visit troubleshoot call today, your company might have other processes in place already. We recommend that you check out our process-specific tutorials over at smartservice.com/webinar for more information on topics like installations, quoting, preventive maintenance, and seasonal or recurring work. You've successfully created a job or an estimate in Smart Service, which will automatically be dispatched to one of your field employees in just a few moments. The next segment in this series will cover how the field employees can use iFleet to record information and send it back to the office for review. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. This video is part of a Quick Start Guide playlist for new users. Our team would love to speak with you further if you had any questions about the content we've covered. You can also speak directly with a trainer on the best options for your business by joining our free QA webinars, which you can sign up for at smartservice.com/knowledgebase. You can reach a member of our support team by giving us a call at 888-518-0818 or emailing us at support@myservicedepot.com.